What's going on, guys?
In today's video, I'm going to show you how I solo an arc boss, which is Daigon. You can get the Daigon Staff completely solo for free. As you can see, there are not many of this Daigon Staff on the auction house, as it's still early in the expansion and people are going to be using them on their characters. So basically, in order to solo the Daigon Boss, you need to own a guild. You can be the only person in the guild. You just have to enter the guild hall. I'm at the guild hall in Vienta village right now. And once inside, you want to turn left, there'll be a huge portal where you can interact with. And of course, you have to be the guild owner or officers. So make sure to ask permission first before you do this, unless you are a solo player in your own guild. So after you interact with the portal, you can choose which boss that you want to do. You will have like 7 out of 7 boss kills per week. So in this video, we're going to be doing Daigon so you guys can get the Daigon Staff. Just click the button at the bottom right here to create the Daigon instance and then enter the raid. Alright, once you're in the instance, you just want to cross this river, head over to Daigon. Will be in the middle of this island, similar to the field boss or art boss that you guys are doing based on schedule, but this one is like a guild boss. So firstly, you want to be heading to this location on the map where I'm showing you right here. Just climb on top of this root. As long as you're above this root, you'll be safe from the Daigon AoE stomp. So you want to make sure that you're behind these roots, especially when he's in rage later on, which I'm going to show you in this video. Alright, the next thing that you guys need to do is to have like a timer, stopwatch, or you guys can just turn on the in-game clock at the bottom right of your screen. You can refer to the timer right here. We're going to be starting this boss at 12:40. So as soon as the clock hits 12:40, we're going to pull the boss and he's going to summon this ad, just kill it. And for this first part, all you have to do is just wait 10 minutes. You can tank the boss if your class is not squishy. I'm an invocator right here. If you want to know my build, it has like life seal and pretty tanky. You can also have unlimited mana in this build because you're going to be DPSing this boss solo for a long time. So link to this build down in the description below if you guys need it. So just wait for 10 minutes. Or if you're taking too much damage or a squishy class, you can jump on top of this rock right here near these roots. And whenever you see the notification in the middle of your screen, there'll be like a horn sound. The boss is going to reset. You just have to get in combat, get closer to the boss, and you can jump on top of the rock again until we reach the 10-minute mark. So why do we need to wait for 10 minutes? This is because we're going to wait for the boss to enrage. He's going to turn red and there'll be a buff icon, which I'm going to show you guys later on. So at about 3 to 5 minutes, the boss will start jumping to the middle of this island. You just have to jump down and beat the boss and then jump back on top of the rock so the boss will kind of like engage you guys. Basically, we want to keep the boss in combat. Also, there's no point to DPS the boss right now because he's gonna heal himself anyways. So I'm gonna switch to my defensive build right here because when the boss enrages, you need to use your defensive abilities to survive because the boss is gonna do more damage than usual. So I'm gonna make sure that I have my invincible walls, my blast barrier ready, so I won't die when the boss starts to enrage. Alright, look at the timer at the bottom right. It's less than a minute and you'll see a notification in the middle of your screen as well. It's like 30 seconds before the boss will enrage. So basically you want the boss to enrage first. You can see that the boss will have this glowing red aura around him and you can see this buff icon as well that looks like a cyclone or a claw mark. So as soon as the boss starts to enrage, you'll see this icon. He'll jump to the middle of the map. You want to be pulling him to these rocks where the roots are, and then you just have to wait for the boss to jump back in the middle, and you don't want to chase him, you just want to do this once. You'll notice that the bot is kind of glitch. He's kind of like jumping on his own in the middle of this island without doing anything. So you just have to wait for another 5 minutes. That's all you have to do. Keep your eye on the timer, sit back and relax. So like 10 seconds before the timer hits 15 minutes, since you start pulling the boss, I'm going to pop my defensive abilities here, the blast barrier, and I want to jump in. Don't go in too deep. And then you want to bait the boss. You want to jump on top behind these roots. You can't just get on top of these rocks because when the boss starts to enrage, his stomp will do damage even though you're on this rock. So you want to get behind this root, and that's pretty much it. The boss will no longer jump. he will be stuck there, like forever. So here's your chance to just swap to your DPS build, equip your style right. You can eat food, whatever you guys have to do, and just DPS this boss until he's dead to claim the loot. Also, if you're a callous person like me, you don't want to be moving your joystick, or sometimes when you press your keybinds, you accidentally press the directional button. So if you fall off this cliff, the boss will definitely one-shot you, and you have to do all these steps all over again. So best just to click on your abilities like I'm doing right here. I'm just chilling, drinking my coffee, and slowly clicking my abilities. There's nothing to rush. The boss won't go anywhere. As you can see, the boss health slowly drops to 50%, 40%, 30%, 20%, and sub 10%. And finally, he's down, and you can claim all the loot solo, because the loot table, how it works, or the arc boss and guild bosses, it will distribute all the loot based on the top contributors if you guys are doing field bosses. So if you're doing solo, all of the drops are basically yours, but it depends on the luck. Let's say Daigon drops that session, you will get it. But if it doesn't drop, you won't be able to get it. But anyways, you will have more chances, as you guys can see here. Just go back to your guild hall and interact with the portal. You can see at the bottom right there, I've completed 1 Daigon, so it says now 6 out of 7. You have 6 more tries this week to down this boss. That wraps up today's video. Don't forget to hit that like and also subscribe. As always, this is your regular adventurer Kasum to help you guys out. Peace out.